Hi Stephen, yes, we're back. Sorry, my phone overheated and it just, what's the word, stalled. I couldn't write messages or anything. Hi Richard. Hi Emma. Hi Dave. I think the problem was my phone overheated in the car and it needed to cool down. So I'm outside in the shade. So sorry because the connection or the signal's diabolical here at Ludham Bridge. We'll keep losing connection. So that was probably some of the problem as well. Jen says, yay, I'm catching a live stream. Actually live for once. Thank you for joining us. SW says, good afternoon, everyone. Are you down the road from me? Yes, we are. We were at Acle Bridge earlier and now we've driven here. Been over the bridge twice already today. I'm in the shade. I was in the sun at Acle Bridge, but I'm in the shade now, so it's so much better. Probably about 3 weeks, Dave. There was a little boat here, a little tugboat with it as well, but that's just been moved. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I think the problem, Janet, was the signal isn't great here. My phone overheated and my phone just couldn't cope with the lack of signal and overheating at the same time. Better signal at Acle Bridge. So on the other one we drove from Acle Bridge to Ludham, and that's where I am. And I'm in the shade. That's Nancy Oldfield Trust boat going out. Accessible boat trips. Janet says everything's gone loopy today for you. I know, Janet. Dave says probably due to the heat. I think so. SW says glad you're trying to stay cool. I'm inside as the sun is in my garden all day long. You can watch it on the replay, SW, if you want to. John is here, but he's deleted his message. John, you missed lunch at Acle Bridge. I went with my friend. Janet says, lovely to see the boats again. Janet says, it was a lovely drive, SW. Thank you for the 11 likes on this live stream, and hello to all 15 of you that are here. I feel as though I neglected you all in the Acle Bridge live stream, but I did say in advance that I couldn't see the screen at all. I'm struggling actually to see the screen here, and I'm in the shade. Dave says, in this weather, the river looks good enough to go swimming in, but I wouldn't want to go in it. No, nor me, Dave. Nor me. I was having lunch with my friend Stephen, yes. That was very nice. Janet says, you're pardoned for that, Lisa. Thank you. As you all understand what was happening, thank you. See, now, I can't read that. The sun must change, because I can't really read what John says. Sorry I deleted that message, as a student scanned their campus card into your chat. Brilliant. SW says, when I walked on the other side of the river last week, I picked some of the ripe blackberries. I had to give them to the dogs to quench their thirst as they were getting warm. Oh, did they have purple whiskers afterwards? Stephen says, did they have chips and gravy? Janet says, haha, John, wondered what all the numbers were. Now, I never saw the numbers. I just saw it where it said retracted or deleted. Lovely breeze. Really nice breeze. John says he's watching on the work PC. As I keep saying, John, while the boss is away. John says, apologies as I'm having a bad day. Oh no, are you? Me too, John. We'll compare notes later. Oh dear. Hope it's nothing too serious, John. Jen, is it Jen or is it Jean? Because my screen is not clear, I can't read correctly what it says. I think that says Jen. Apologies if I'm getting that wrong. What are the moorings like to your right? I will show you. I just need to be careful. There's some people sat beside me. Ah, thank you, Jen. If some of you saw the screen and what I have to look at, even my friend when I was at ACLE, she said, how on earth do you read that? Or words to that effect. Yes, I do have people sat next to me. And I always try to be respectful of people's privacy, which is why I'm chatting quieter than normal. The barge is empty, Stephen. As I arrived, there was a gentleman here. You may have just caught it on the remainder of the last feed. Oh, we've got balloons or something on the day boat. Can you see all the balloons? Must be somebody's birthday. Boat from Maycraft. SW says, I always struggle to read my screen when outside. Thank you, I'm glad you understand. I am in the shade, so it just makes it a little bit easier. You'd think somebody would have invented something by now. SW says there's a steady flow of boats. There weren't many at ACLE. Dave says, last time I was at Ludham Bridge in 2019, someone fell off a boat into the river, not wearing a life jacket, but they were okay. Dave, I actually filmed somebody falling off a boat here at Ludham Bridge, and that was directly opposite at that bench off a picnic boat from Herbert Woods. Was that the same incident? Yes, Janet. I didn't bother stressing myself out and rewatching. I thought it's just not worth it. And I haven't deleted. I thought, well, maybe some friends will spot it and let them know. SW says it should be compulsory to wear a life jacket. SW, I agree. Let me tell you a story. I filmed the Silver Jubilee pageant at Wroxham up to Ranworth. I had my life jacket with me. I was in the boat and my life jacket stayed on the floor of the boat the whole time. But I had intentions of wearing it. I totally forgot. Nobody else was wearing it on the boat, but that is, I had my life jacket with me. I was going to wear mine. But I don't know if it was the excitement of doing what I was doing or what, but I never wore mine. It's dreadful. I was so ashamed of myself when I realised. Dave says no, it was a Richardson's boat, one of the older dual steering ones. Yes, Graham. I need something, Janet. boat coming now. I was filming lots of boats today from a boat and I just totally forgot. And it was right beside my feet. This one, do you mean, Chris? Richardson's have changed all their names to silver and put it just on the back. So it's really difficult to read them. Possibly Coral Horizon? Possibly, if there is such a name. Me, SW. Only because I'm out every day and I see them going past. But you see, if you look at that one over there, the big one, I zoom in, the name is only now on the back, right? Oh, wait a minute, sorry, that was me. It's on the left-hand side on that small square piece that sticks up. You just can't see what it says. Everyone on here are knowledgeable, yes they are. The people on here, somebody like David, he knows far more boat names than I do, and the makes, the styles. When somebody says, what's the bounty boat opposite? I think, well, which boat's the bounty? So it's a process of elimination. But you just can't see the names, which is a shame. It's better when they stand out, in my opinion. What do you think, David? Do you know why Richardson's changed them to a very pale colour? This is the brand new Phoenix day boat that I keep saying I like. It's called Phoenix and it's from Phoenix Fleet at Potterham. That's easy, Mark. That's this little day boat going past at the moment. It's brand new. It's about 3 weeks old. From Phoenix Fleet. at Potter Heigham, the bridge pilot place. Must be a boat coming under the bridge. Janet says Martham boats are the best. SW says the little day boat is so classy looking. It's absolutely gorgeous, I think. And to steer from, you, the people at the front sit in what look like Lloyd Loom chairs, if you know what I mean by that. So elegant. Jean says, or Jen, sorry. Do you know, I think because it's JENN, because my screen is so, it's not completely black and dark, it's so hard to read, it just all blends in together. Anyway, Jen says, I like the picnic boats for a day boat. You have a sunshade. Janet says she likes any boat. It's just being out on the water, isn't it? That's right, Janet. Toilet and a little kitchen on the picnic boats. Stephen likes the new day boat at Potter Heigham as well. That's rather nice going past now, isn't it? Mark, why did you get rid of that beautiful boat you had? It looked absolutely stunning.
We'll have to go sea fishing. Well, you can sit in watch with them on our cars. Pardon? Pardon? We won't call it. We'll be going on the beach, off the beach.
Right, you go on the boat?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, we just stand on here. We can cast work out. No, it was angry.
It's lovely and peaceful here, isn't it? I don't know if you can hear the birds behind me. I don't know if they're swallows or house martins, but there's some wires by the shop, well, between the shop and the car park, and they gather on there and they cheep away to themselves.
Yeah, I love that.
Skate ahead. Hog, rabbit, blazer one. Don't sow the paper.
Yeah.
And then so buy that instead.
All right.
Well, run the other way, not sure. And because I can't have passion, I don't like passion. I think her anyway. I think if I do it,
Yeah. Yeah, I just put mine in there.
Oh, are they not? David says, is your phone getting warm? It's buffering. No, I've got a breeze here. My phone is very cool. It doesn't look like it's buffering for me, so apologies if it is. Oh, Sally Ann, you're solo boating, are you, in September? Oh, Sally Ann's not here today, is she? Thank you, Janet. Mark says the boat he has now is perfect. Made for the river and drives lovely. Well, I know that day when I was doing a live at Reps and you sailed past, that just glides along the river. I know you can say all boats do that, but they don't all do that. Thank you for the 19 likes on this live stream, and hello to all 30 of you joining me here. The other one wanted to go too fast. If you wonder why I'm chatting so quietly, it's because I have people to the left and the right of me. I'm trying not to disturb their peace and quiet. Thank you, Janet. Easily, David, quite easily. One side of me, a gentleman's fishing, and I think his wife is asleep in the chair. And then the other side of me, one is just sat watching the boats, the other's reading her book. No boats going past. See, where are the boats that were here Sunday? Have they all gone over Braden, do you think? Lovely breeze. It is very quiet, isn't it? I hope me chatting on here isn't disturbing you too. I said, I hope me chatting on here isn't disturbing you both.
No, that's all right.
I've said to them on here, I said, I'm trying to chat quietly. I said, because the lady's reading her book. Yeah. And you were, I don't know what you were doing. And then this, oh, thank you. Let me know if I'm too noisy. Lovely breeze, isn't there?
Beautiful. It's nice. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like that yarn office.
Yes.
It's not like you look out and see.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Janet, no, she isn't, not yet. But isn't that's what the sun does to you, though, isn't it? Send you to sleep. That's how I was at Hickling Broad when I did a live from there, when I went to watch my grandson. We purposely sat a long way back so that we wouldn't get other people's children in the live. But I've been in the sun all day, and then the sun again in the evening, and it was just sending me to sleep. Brian says, seems quiet. He likes watching Ludham when it's mayhem. Yes, we haven't really had any mayhem this year other than Sunday morning. It kind of resembled the old days of COVID times, but there was no one, well, there was no 30 boats queued each side of the bridge waiting to get under. Mark's going out next week if it isn't too hot. Oh yeah, Janet, that was a different night. That was one day last week when I went to sleep at 8, woke at 4 in the morning because that's 8 hours sleep, isn't it? Got up, went and had a look and see if the sun was rising so I could take a photo, and the sky was pre-sunrise, so I took a photo of that, went back to bed, sat on my glasses forgetting that I'd left them on my bed, but never mind, Asda fixed them for free.
All right.
Hello, yes.
I see you at Park End recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I was the one who waved to you.
Oh,
In them little cots.
In Poppy.
That's right, left-hand side.
I remember. Did you see on the video I did the hand, because was it you who waved to me through the back of the boat?
Yeah, I went like this.
Yes. And then in the video I put the hand waving back to you.
Oh
Yeah, you haven't seen that though, have you?
No, I haven't, no.
Yeah. I was at Acle-Bridge this morning,
Yeah.
and then I drove here and then stopped that live, and then now I'm doing another live
What was it
here.
like at Acle-Bridge? Was it
Quite
full of boats?
quiet, no.
It was. What about
No.
that little, where the bridge is,
Yes,
the pub is behind you,
yes.
this side of that river. There's a little wood hut, like a restaurant on it.
Yes, that's where I sat doing my live, the Dunes Cafe. Yeah,
What's that like?
lovely,
Is it?
really nice.
Was all them mooring spaces taken up?
No,
We might go there next
yeah,
week.
go and have a look. It's really
Yeah, we just
nice.
been to Moorings today.
Have you?
Yeah.
Lovely.
We go somewhere every week.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, for the last sort of 12 or 13 years.
Oh, wonderful.
It's amazing to see you.
Oh, thank you.
My friend Robert.
Hello, nice to meet you.
He's the other one on the boat.
Yes,
You saw us last week.
I did. Yes,
She
and
said she went to Hackle Creek. And that one looked up
I'll be back in a minute, people.
All right.
and the little cat was all right. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
nice
really,
to know.
that is nice. That's where I was just this lunchtime.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh, crikey.
yeah.
Much, well, there's been activity. I mean, we went
Sunday, let me turn around because I can't see you there.
To, we went to Moorings,
Yes,
and we managed to get in pretty early, and by the time we left, absolutely chock-a-block.
was it? Well, it was, there were boats passing, but nothing like Sunday morning here. Sunday morning here was absolute chaos. It was brilliant. It was like the old times, you know,
I think
and lovely to see.
I think the sharp helped with it.
Yes,
You know, the sharp being there. So
yeah, yeah.
Would you like an ice cream?
No, you're fine. Thank you, thank you.
the boats there, Robert.
Yeah, it's very quiet though, isn't it? Do you bring your boat up here?
It's the other side.
Oh, is it?
We do occasionally,
Ah.
not very often. There ain't too much to see up there.
No?
Only got Barn Road. And
Yeah,
if you could right up.
it's nice to Dillham, isn't it?
Doing something.
Yeah, Dillham's nice.
I suppose Barn Road would be all right. You got a silent boat, you know.
Nita's Head's nice.
What?
Nita's Head, Stay, Gaze Stay. It's all very pretty.
Go to something stay.
Yeah, you've got How Hill. How Hill's nice.
Ain't much there though, is it?
See, I like people watching, so I like sitting and watching all the boats go past.
Do you do it for a living or what?
No, just like being out in the fresh air. I do get a small amount from YouTube,
Oh yeah.
but it, you know, you couldn't call it a salary.
No, no.
Just from the adverts. Once you get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube put adverts on, and you're paid per 1,000 views of an advert.
Oh yeah.
At least you've got a better view now. The crane's gone.
Yes. There was nothing I
You
could
could
do
make
about
it
it.
into a video and then sell it to the angrier BBC.
I don't think I'm good enough for that.
You don't know. Get better as you go along.
Well, it is just practice, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you got anyone exciting today?
Not today. Somebody's struggling to moor down there, and it took them ages to moor. But that was the tide and the wind. Oh, a cruiser hit a sailing boat down there.
Yeah.
I caught that on film. But no, there's not really any incidents this year
It's
at
much
all.
quieter also.
Yes. Don't really want incidents. I know it's what everybody wants to watch. But if anybody was injured and, you know, in the water, I would never put it out in the public domain. I'd respect people's privacy, you know. I see lots of people jump off the boat when they moor up and break a wrist or
There's some funny,
something.
there's some funny sights with these boats sometimes. you know.
Yes. Well, before you moored at Potter Heigham in that little piece, boat before you, which I did film, it went in, it hit the post, hit the quay, hit the post further along the boat, and then hit the quay again.
Is that right?
Yeah. And that was about an hour before you got
Oh,
there.
well, that one.
Exact same place.
Yeah.
I think it's the tide, and it catches you
So
out.
what
Yeah.
happened is you go come up the river,
Yeah.
turn left to go straight in, and if the tide is going out, if you look at the water underneath the bridge,
Yeah.
come through there down about 50 mile an hour. So as you come in, that push your boat side.
Yes. Yeah. Which is why I haven't got a boat. I'd never be able to cope with weighing up the tide and knowing what I'm doing.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm marvellous, would you?
Well, it catches us all out, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
at times, yeah. Yeah, I've been caught, especially with the wind, you know,
Yeah,
if we're
But-
coming out.
I see them here.
Yeah,
They've been moored up and they can't get off the bank because of the wind.
but a lot of them aren't so bad because they got bow thrusters,
Yes.
so I can push them out sideways. Well, it's been nice seeing you.
Yes, nice to meet you both.
We're often up and down the river.
You what?
Like I say, we're often up and down.
Yes.
You're bound to see us again.
Yeah.
Take care.
Goodbye. I'm back. Sorry. Let me see what I've missed. Mark's deleted his message. I wonder what he said. Let's have a look. Where were we? I think you're all just chatting amongst yourselves. Thank you, SW. You know, you never know when someone's going to come up and say hello, and I can't say to them, look, you know, I'm doing a live. When I did the live at Potter Heigham, do you remember there was a little white boat stopped opposite called Poppy, and at the end they wave when they moored. They always wave when they're there and they see me, and then when they waved when they went, and in the video I put, if you've watched the video, I put the waving hand emoji up in the video. Right, let me see what you've all been saying. I think you're just chatting to each other. You were eavesdropping, were you, SW? That's fine. I don't mind in the slightest. It's always lovely when people come over and say hello to me. That's one of the nicest things. Really, I'm very shy. But YouTube has brought me out of being so shy, believe it or not. I know I laugh and have a joke with you on here, but I can't see you. But no, it's always wonderful. You know yourself, if you see somebody, you sort of think, oh, do I go and say hello or don't I? So I always remember that. I actually left a job because, you know, when you have to do this stupid thing, stand up in a group and say, hello, I'm Lisa and I'm from wherever. And then you have to talk. I couldn't do it. I hated it. About 2-3 days before going to the meeting, I'd start to feel physically ill through the stress and anxiety of it. It's a form of social anxiety. Stephen says, yes, I remember Poppy. I'm glad you do. That's the gentleman. So what I'll do now, when I see them next time, if I face the camera that way, we keep losing connection. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll guess and say it's Bella Signora, or whatever you pronounce it, or Amore. It is Amore. Amore 1. Janet says, oh dear Lisa, glad these lives have helped you. Yes, absolutely. And then the best bit is I no longer work for somebody, I work for myself. SW says, I used to be shy but feel more, being on my own, but I feel more confident as I get older. I think it was yesterday I said, once you get to, I don't know, say 50, you just don't care anymore, and you somehow get a confidence that you never had before. So if you see me other than today when I was with my friend, I've known her since I was 13, so you know. But usually I'm out on my own. I do have friends. I have several friends, but I choose to be on my own. Whether it's because I'm an only child, I don't know. Give me a choice of going out with a group of people or going somewhere on my own, and I will always pick going on my own. Dave says he travelled down to Norfolk the morning after the Beast from the East. Yes, I filmed prior to the Beast from the East arriving. And then after, I can't think where I went though. I can't say it loudly, what's the language behind me? Can you hear? It might be German, do you think? Janet. SW says German. Yes, I think so. I agree. I think it might be. Thank you. Yes. Yes. SW, guten Tag. I have lived in Arabic countries, and at one time I did used to know quite a bit of Arabic. But when you don't use it, you forget it. There's not much I would remember now. It's W. You are so funny, you really are. Is the man looking in? The man was standing up on his boat going under the bridge. I didn't know who was going to hit his head. We've got some boats coming now, people. Down at the bend, there's a couple, and we've got these ones further up. SW says she's listening while bulk cooking and loving the company. I'm glad we're keeping you company, SW. What are you making? I like doing bulk cooking. It's something I mainly do in the winter when I'll do Yes, you must be very hot, SW, says Janet. Yes, Dave. Dave says you should put a sign up for those boats going under the bridge saying no pressure but you're live on YouTube. I thought about getting a sign for the back of my chair actually. David says I like bulk eating. Stephen says it's too hot for cooking. Yeah, that's why I do it in the winter. Over the weekend, usually make everything for the week ahead. Put it in the freezer or fridge. Or if it's in the freezer, it'll do the week ahead. But, you know, as the family, as the family dynamics change, things change at home, and my son is usually around his girlfriends. Lovely dog on there, look. And yeah, my daughter's older, so she tends to buy her own food and cooks for herself. So it's just my husband and I, and without repeating myself, you know what, for those of you who were here when I said about that, you know what I said. So that it's all change at home. What am I missing here? You're all taking the mickey out of poor SW's cooking. Dave says when he's on holiday, it's the only time he has a breakfast, and it's always a full English. Thank you for the 31 likes on this live stream. And if I haven't already said hello to you, because there's 30 of you in here, hello and thank you for joining us. Are you off? Yeah. Sorry? Lovely breeze. See you soon. Bye. Sally Ann says, hello Lisa and everyone, sorry I'm late. Sally Ann, you're never late. As I always say to people, you know, I understand everybody has busy lives. Don't think I expect you to always be here at every live and right from the beginning to the end. Just, you know, arrive and leave as you wish to do so. But we're very pleased that you're here. We missed you earlier. I did say, I was speaking to you thinking you were here, and I can't think what I said. Janet told me that you weren't here. What was that about, Janet? Can you remember what I was going to say to Sally Ann? Janet says it's horrible when your home becomes smaller with the company. SW says, yay for Sally Ann, yes. We're all pleased you're here, Sally Ann. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's right, thank you, Dave. See, because of so many conversations, I can't remember. Dave says it was about going solo on a boat. They were talking about single manning a boat, Sally Ann, and they said that you were going to do it, and I said I can't remember exactly, something along the lines of, that's very brave. See, so we do chat about people when they're not here in a nice way, never say anything negative. Oh, my friend's just messaging me who I was at lunch with. Am I at home? I'm not. And I can't message her because I'm live. Just heard the horn the other side of the bridge. Oh, see, I shouldn't be in charge of this. Thank you, Janet. There it is. There's some canoes or kayaks down the end. I don't know if they're just going in the water or coming out of the water. I'm not sure. Let me zoom out. I can zoom out with my right hand, not my left, because that's where the comments appear on the left. Thank you for the 35 likes on this live stream. David and Dave are saying that if you're on your own, everyone wants to help you. Janet says, oh my, Lisa, what have you done? We can't see anything. Yeah, that was because my friend messaged me. Black screen. Is it okay now? There's a slight delay I've noticed on the messages. How is it? Is it okay? Janet says, no, it's not okay. John says, no. Okay, let me see if I can go out and come back in. Yeah? We can hear you, but you can't see. I've got to think what I did the other day. Wait a minute, let's try this. Does that work? Is the picture back now? It's okay. I am back. Thank you. Sorry. Now you see, she messaged me and she said, are you home? Because I told her to come round mine later for a coffee. And I'm not there. I'm still here. Can I just quickly make the screen go black again so I can message her and tell her I'm still out? Is that okay with all of you? Message her. Should be back. She hasn't replied to me. Yes, you can all come round mine for coffee. Stephen says, can we? It's a funny horn. Janet says she went a long time for a coffee. Well, she's going away for a fortnight. She's house sitting for a week and then she's got a week's holiday in Skegness for the bowls finals. John says she'll worry if you don't reply. She would. That's why I had to go. I just quickly message her. SW says, ground coffee by any chance? No, do you know, I only like very weak coffee, like latte, or the little coffee sachets, 3-in-1s that you can get. Right, she's got to leave by 4, so, and she says don't rush back, but she's waiting to go around mine because I did tell her to go round. So I ought to really. I ought to end this. It's 2:42. So the time I get back, that's going to be 3. And then we've got an hour in the garden. So everybody, thank you all for being here on today's 2 lives. Sorry it's going to be ending your conversations. Are we going to sit in the garden with you? You can do, Janet. Do you want to? If I just have the camera on a fixed view, you can then carry on your conversations if you wish. Or we sit there chatting again. I might, I've got a house cat and he's mellowed in his old age. So if I'm in the garden, I let him out. So I might let him out and you can watch him. I'll put if I put this down on the ground. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you all. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care, everyone.